shall shape the future. I shall be born. I shall shape the future. I shall be born. I shall be born. I'm tired of these. I shall shape the future. I'm tired of these. I shall shape the future. I shall shape the future. I shall be born. I shall shape the future. I shall be born. I shall shape the future.
I run out of dash gates. Alright. That's gonna be... I figured it out. I think that's enough. So, I more or less got it. Now, the other thing I want to point out is... Let me get out of here. Let's go to the trail section. But yeah, I got it. I don't think I'm gonna use it realistically, consistently on a match, because it's very specific. But I got it now. I know when it is. I'll probably make a video about it, because I'm gonna make another Sephiroth video. So I was switching to that noise that I forgot it was there. Yeah, Artemis, can you give me like all the links on the Discord, because I'm gonna lose them here because of the chat. So if you can like post all the links that you find, every single one, either on my DMs or on the World Engine Discord whenever you want. If you don't mind, that is, if you're okay with that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Alright, what HP? I didn't try her Los Angeles yet, so that might be something worth doing as well. I really appreciate it. I got the JDCs of this shit consistently, more or less. Like I more or less figured it out. Like I think I do here. If we go the last part of this clip, that's when I like.
I shall shape the future. I shall be born. I shall shape the future. I shall be born. I shall be born. I'm tired of these. I shall shape the future. I'm tired of these. I shall shape the future. I shall shape the future. I shall be born. I shall shape the future. I shall be born. I shall shape the future.
There we go. So I'll probably post this on Twitter, and I'll say that I will make like more details on Sephiroth. So the other thing I want to say is that let me try her Lasagna because I didn't try myself. So let's do that. So we can see the angle that they gave them for the tracking, which will make it easier to land.
There is only despair. Today's scar shall never fade.
First thing is, right? Now the first thing across the board is that it's not that the timing of the JDCs have changed, but the JDCs can get triggered faster, because there's a difference between doing the JDC, right? And when the JDC activates, like it doesn't activate at the same time as when you press R1. Like me pressing R1 here, it's not when it happens. For people that don't know how Sephiroth works, like when you see the green thing, I have already pressed the button a while ago. Well, a few frames ago. So what they did is that the frames between when I press R1 and the JDC triggers are closer, so this means I am less time stuck in place, which is great. That's actually great. The most noticeable, I'd say, it's Heaven Slide and Hellscape. Like these two are the most noticeable ones. Hellscape is still a little bit bitch of like to figure out because they change Hellscape a lot. So it's the most hardest one to figure out. But I did it way more consistently before. Let me try on the core. Let's try.
Say goodbye.
Let me figure out the timing a little bit more. Maybe I have to be there earlier? Or is it the same? That's the biggest question because it's not working out very well. Alright, thank you so much, Artemis. They really changed Hell's Gate a lot, didn't they? So the other thing that they did is that, well, first of all, Hell's Gate, regardless of if you get DC or not, I get out of it way faster than I used before. Like, Hell's Gate is just way faster across the board. For some reason, I'm not landing the JDC right now. I used to. So that's weird. The other one I want to show is neutral. Man, I'm not wanting a single one now. There we go. I get out of it faster. The less noticeable one is forward air. That's a less noticeable one. Why am I not landing a single Hell's Gate now, dude? Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. But look at that. You guys have to feel that it's faster. Like, did you see that? Right? That's really fast. Like, holy shit. Like, there is no point of comparison. Like, you see that, right? I don't know how if they change this one as well. It's... I can get out of shit real quick, so it's gonna get me used to it, but I prefer this a lot. Like, this is like night and day. Really good. Look at that. I got out of this mess real quick, instant. I barely stuck there at all. Like, look at that. You see that? I'm barely there. It's great. So, for Heaven's Light, the same thing happens. They nerf Heaven's Light, but the good thing is at least I'm less time stuck, which also means more pressure on my end. Gives me pressure for a longer while. Also, Heaven's Light feels easier to land now. It's not, is it? That's another reason to not to use Kingdom Hearts skin. I could probably pull it off because I learned the timing, but that's just like another reason to never use Kingdom Hearts skin ever again. The trick is to watch the shoulder. Like that. But since the wing is in the way, it's harder to do so. So that's another reason to not to use the Kingdom Hearts skin. But yeah, like across the board, all the JDCs get up faster. So when people were talking about timing, it's not that the timing has changed, except Hell's Gate, what I'm still trying to like figure out a little bit. Hell's Gate is... Okay, there we go. Seems easier to land now, like I think once I get used to the new Hell's Gate, it's gonna be easier to land. It's a little bit awkward for me now. But look at that. Like, I'm barely there. This is way there. Like, this for me is a buff. This is a buff for me. My hitbox lasts less time, but the time I'm there is ridiculous. It's fucking fast as fuck. I'm gonna make a YouTube comparison video at some point when I have a little bit of time. I recorded myself with to have the frame data of the JDCs before and after, so we can see the difference there. So, what else to point out here? Alright, Prince, I'll see you later, my dude. I'll probably head out as well in a moment. But yeah, this is way better. This is definitely... Hopefully stopping early will give me a will to sleep early. As yeah, you should totally do that. Alright. Other thing. We gotta see it. So let's look at... Did we cover all the attacks? Oh yeah. This. Way better. Way better. 10, you can tell the 10 frames. Now you can help out people when they're like stuck in a wall rush. Like let's say I'm here, right? And you have this Noctis while rushing a guy, but I clearly can't do anything, so I can just like do it quick if I'm on the floor. So it helps. If not, this also as well, it's faster. So I will be able to help people consistently from the distance better now with this. So it's pretty good. The projectile is smaller, but I don't think it's noticeable. What I can notice is a bit the distance nerf. I can tell a little bit. That will have hit, right? What sucks, but you know, it's more of a get off me thing, right? So the point of it is not to have a lot of distance, so it's not that bad. So it's okay. What else? Neutral. As I said again, you can see how the JDC goes off way faster now. So basically the way Sephiroth works now is if you do the JDC, you're gonna be rewarded for being faster. But if you fail, you're gonna be stuck there for a longer while. So basically, you're gonna be even more rewarded for doing JDCs now. The other one that rewards you a little bit more than before for missing, it's Hell's Gate, because Hell's Gate is just faster in everything. So, teleport the open lobby I got here. You can, but I'm not gonna be playing because I'm gonna be leaving soon. But you're free to do that. If anyone wants to join, you're free to do so.
Say goodbye.
So what else? Oh, now the other thing we have to look at is Herod's Angel. You can see it slightly goes down now, so there's an angle of tracking. The sword goes up and down. I can't really measure up, but this is gonna help me a little bit to like know to do as many haircuts, because it's like goes a little bit down. For forward it goes the same. You can see how forward it goes a little bit more down. Like that. It's still gonna whiff a lot, so this is not helping forward there that much. It's a little bit, but at least it's probably we won't see the bullshit thing of like doing it on someone and just like whiffing. This is okay, like that I can imagine for whiffing. But there are some times where you just like give him a haircut and you will miss, and you can see this is not happening anymore. This is like a little bit. Hits more consistently. That is gonna happen, obviously, but yeah, he can hit a little bit below himself now. It's still gonna suck. It's still gonna happen. The fact that I'm gonna like whiff, I'm gonna give someone a new haircut, but at least the distance is not gonna be much bullshit. It's gonna be a little bit more consistent. Now, what else? I think I covered everything more or less in a summary, right? The JDC will still need to get used to it a little bit, because it definitely feels different. The only ones that don't feel different are neutral and forward. Those one feels more or less the same. Those ones feel more or less the same, but Heaven Slide and Hell's Gate feel a little bit different. Heaven Slide not as much. Heaven Slide more or less the feel, it feels... It's funny because even though they buff it, like they nerf the startup frames, it feels faster now. But the reason it feels faster is because the JDC gets out early. Like I'm already... You can see like I'm on this guy. Right? Let me push him away. Oh fuck this map. 1 second. Like I'm doing this. I'm already on this guy's face. So they nerfed the startup frames of Heaven's Light, but the gap between me and the enemy is closer now, which is good. So the only thing that concerns me is the tracking nerf, but sadly that's not something I can test properly until I play some scrims, some real games, or some lobbies. I might just have to like play some lobbies to figure that out better. But yeah. So basically, to sum it up, now that I feel a little more, the JDCs come out early, so you get way more rewarded for pulling it off than you used to. But you get more punished for missing. You get it's not that much of a punish because you get like 3 frames of gain stuck in place for missing. So for those that can do JDCs consistently, it's good news. Like for me, for example, right? This is good shit. I feel faster now. I feel lightweight. I feel like I can go anywhere. It's somehow they made the gameplay of Sephiroth more satisfying. So I'm actually happy with it. That it feels good. It feels that I'm more in control now than I was before. Whenever I do JDCs. I feel like I can go to places. It feels really good. It feels satisfying. Absolutely. I still have to figure out Hell's Gate, but Hell's Gate, it's even more satisfying to land now than it was before, because Hell's Gate was hard to land, but it was rewarding because it felt good for doing it. It's like, oh man, I pull a Hell's Gate. But now, considering how fast you get out of it, it's even like, wow. Especially if you are getting search HP, it's like, wow. Just bam. You just got out of there. Like, what the fuck? Where's Sephiroth, right? It's like, really nice. It also feels easier to land Hell's Gate now, even though the timing is a little bit different. It feels different. But I think, on the long term, I'm gonna be able to do Hell's Gate more consistently. Like that. I still need to figure out a little bit, you know, but still. I still need some practice with this one, but it's way better, in my opinion. It feels more satisfying to land. It's just like, bam, you just get out. So, Hell's Gate is just amazing now, in my opinion, by how fast it is. This one is easy. Well, this is more or less the same timing. From what I'm trying different timings, but it's not working out. So, yeah, it's the same one. They didn't change this one. So, yeah. Even though they nerf Heaven's Light, which is not that big of a nerf, the only thing that I don't like about the nerf is the tracking. Everything else, I'm happy with. But I don't know, they didn't specify how much they nerf the tracking, so I can't really tell. I can't really tell. Until I play a real game and someone's like, man, that is good shit. But, even though they nerf the tracking, feels... Wow, that should have War Rush maybe.
Rest in
Even though they nerfed the tracking, landing it seems to be more rewarding now. I don't like the idea because I like Kevin Slider what it is. Although I like the BAM, the fucking fast. This is gonna help me land HPs more consistently as well. So that's good. So that's not necessarily bad. There's a BAM, I'm already here. I'm already here. It's like BAM, I'm here now. You thought I was gone? Well, fuck you. I'm here again. One of these has the Ifrit summon being used. I wanna see that. So it's like... You thought I was gone? Well, fuck you. I'm still here. Like... I'm still here. I'm still here, you fucker. You see how barely any window the enemy has. So... It's like... Basically... The new Sephiroth is like, you thought I was gone? Well, bitch, you're not going anywhere. Which I like. It's way more satisfying to do this. Because it's like, you have even more pressure now than you had before. So, it's like, holy shit. I really like it. I thought they couldn't top how satisfying Sephiroth was as a character, but they managed to make it even better. How simple was that? They just reduced the time between when I press R1, right, for the JDC, and when it comes off, which is not like that because the fucking mistake. Jesus Christ. There we go. So, I like everything across the board. I like everything, how it feels and how it plays. I didn't play like a scrim or a tournament with him. I have a tournament tomorrow. Well, not a tournament, a league match. So that will be the first time I will use the new Sephiroth on a serious manner. Right? I also figure out the timing of Genova, so I will also make like a video explaining it, which is fine. It's pretty easy, it's just looking at the shoulder, but I probably like expand it and make like little pictures of it and stuff, you know? So I can help out people from Reddit or whatever. But yeah, overall, I like everything. The angle it shows here, that it goes down, so I will be able to land it a little bit more consistent, which is great. For Scintilla, it's still the same. For Scintilla, is very good as well. Let me show it real quick.
In what world will you fight, Kupo? Your allies have assembled, Kupo. Select a summon, Kupo. Select a summon,
In a
Kupo.
moment, I'm almost there.
I need prove nothing to the likes
For
of
Octaslash and Black Materia,
for them.
I will show it, but it's not a big old deal. We tried to see if it will be a true combo. It doesn't seem to be the case. So whoever translated that either got it wrong or we are still not sure about that. But look at that. Can you see that? That's actually pretty good. I will be able to follow setups better with this. Like that. That will not be a thing. That will not be a thing before. Let's see how high I can go before it is. Still lands. It's like an entire jump and yet still lands. You can clearly tell about the tracking. It's really nice. It also comes off faster, so Scintilla, pretty good. I still don't think I will use it on a more serious tournament because the mind games about blocking and shit are still gonna be there, so I'm still gonna be really fucking punished for whiffing this. Like, I'm stuck all this time, even though it's less time, which is appreciated. That's still a longest time to get punished, whereas with Hairless Angel, if I miss, that's okay. But yeah. Seems pretty good. What else can I say? I don't think I forgot anything. With Octaslash, I can't really show an example because it's hard to notice. So whenever I made the comparison video, probably would be easier to tell. For Black Materia, there's really nothing going on. So if we go, for example, to... If we go to Black Materia, I can't really show you anything about it. It just like comes off faster. And the good thing about it is the fact that
Select the summon, Kupo. Select the summon, Kupo.
you can hit several people with it, which you could not before, because the problem with Black Materia was that you will hit someone and the entire projectile will explode as soon as you hit someone. So you wouldn't be able to get double or triple hits easily. Like, it still can happen, but it's not the same. So it's hard for me to show here, but let me show you Black Materia. Like that. If you can tell, it's actually not that much of a difference, really. But let me make a good example here. This is probably the best one. Let's see if it works. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let me try it out. So before, you cannot hit someone from the core. Let's try if it works. Still doesn't seem to work. Sadly, I can't show this without having like actual people playing. But basically, the short story is, you see how it explodes after I landed, right? I landed and still explodes after. See, the explosion comes out after. Before, the explosion was after I hit it. What does that mean is that the meteor will go all the way down to the ground, regardless of where the enemy is. Which means if there's two people in the same place, and there's one above the other, it will hit the one on the top and the one on the bottom. Whereas before, it will only hit the one on the top. So you will only get a single kill and not two. So it's harder to show this here because I don't have like one guy on top of the other. So I can't really do this. But I will try to like, I'm gonna make like a more detailed video about this.
I shall shape the future.
So I can show you guys, that's just for showing off for style points. So I can show you guys more details about it. But yeah, that's pretty much how I think about it. I don't think I have much to add for now. I will try to like stream a couple of tournaments and stuff, see how it feels. But so far I like it. The only thing it can piss me off is the tracking of Heaven's Light. Well, I have to find out. I have to find out the more I play. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Hopefully makes everything more fun. So I'm gonna stop this now, and I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. On Friday I'll probably play a stream or something, so I can get a better feeling how Sephiroth is. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow and see how it is. So good night.